There's no such thing as grown-ups.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know.
Together because opposites attract, and you know it ain't fiction, just a matter of fact. We come together because opposites attract.
Because there's no such thing as grown-ups. There's no such thing as grown-ups.com. My name is Curtis.
And I'm Tara.
And this is No Such Thing as Grown-Ups, the podcast show about surviving in a world
where grown-ups don't exist.
At all. And
what are we going to do?
We're going to just keep on going, I think.
I always thought someday I'll be able to stay up late and
understand why and how.
Smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol.
Watch certain movies.
Do cocaine.
It's all there.
Shoot heroin, I guess. What else do grown-ups do?
I think that's most of it.
Have children.
There's a pretty big list, depending on how young you are. When
none of those things are true. Some of them are true.
Well, they're all true that you can do
not
all these
all.
things. But yeah.
And that doesn't make you a grown-up.
No, that's the thing about it. Yeah, it's there's a lot of people that again, like this is what the book is about. This is what the podcast, this is what's happening. A lot of people are out there pretending to be grown-ups when they really just want to go out and be people, and they're exhausted. They're so tired of it. They don't even want to do it. Some people really want to do it, and they're enjoying it. And that's fine. That's still just being a person, and that's great. But there's a lot of stuff people do, and it's just pretend. You're just doing it. It's just pretend. Like this one struck me over the weekend. Making sure socks are what do the commercials say, like brand new white or whatever, like sunglasses is required white, like bleach your socks, like. And I was just, I don't know, walking around there today and thinking that's kind of a super insane thing to strive for, like. The fact that, you know, my mom still has an issue with, like, I wish you wouldn't wear white socks. Like, I don't live here anymore, lady. What are you talking about? Like, clearly you're talking about my brother or anybody else in the world.
Why shouldn't you wear white socks?
I didn't ask. I'm assuming it's because it's hard. Like, when you're like a workman and stuff, your socks are just going to be dirty no matter what. You sweat, they get gross, they get dirty, all of the oils and stuff, whatever's in our body, it comes out through our feet a lot. And it's hard to keep white socks white in the real world. For me, it's kind of not that hard, really. I don't sweat at work that much. I'm not whatever.
You're a sweaty gamer, sweaty game maker.
Yeah, and I don't really care. I'm not
sweaty creative director.
If I see like the bottoms of my white socks aren't super white, that makes sense to me because they're socks. It's only literally like today I realized that these commercials for like, oh, you know, I can't remember what their version of white is, but whatever, like bleach white socks, just use this bleach or this fabric softener or this whatever, and then it'll keep all the color whiteness white. And everything's great, but these are socks they're talking about. People are trying to. The fact that you try to do that with socks is it's just crazy. Like it's a job you don't need to have, and if you have it, you can quit it, and you're not going to lose any of your paycheck at all. You don't have to make sure, like whatever. And yeah, like I remember wearing like a lot of blue socks when I was a kid. And the issue with that being like, it turns my feet blue usually because your feet do get sweaty and wet, and then the dye comes out because it takes a lot of dye to turn these nice this white cotton into dark blue. But like right now, I've got some gray with dark gray, weird sport sock things on, and that's also fine. But again, that's just one of those things that you can do it to stress yourself out, or you can do it to make yourself happy. Usually try to go with the happy thing, especially if it's something that is like super hard, like making the dirtiest thing in the world white all the time. It's cool to give
pointless.
up. It's so pointless.
You cannot win.
Like
You need to pick your battles.
worrying about
You
the
need to
weather.
read The Art of War. If
That's
you follow
a
all those
super long
rules,
book.
can you hear that? It's Burke.
Yeah.
Burke's cleaning himself like a cat
Mm-hmm. Apparently
She
that's
learned.
not normal.
from our cats, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now I forget what this. Oh yeah, The Art of War. You need to pick your battles.
And
And that's one of them.
chapter 1.
I don't know which chapter it is, but
Art Form 1.
it's part of it. You can read the rest of the book to find out the other stuff.
Did you read the rest of the book?
I watched a documentary about it.
Did you watch the Tom Cruise movie, The Last Samurai?
No.
And go, I think I pretty much got it. I think that's
I think I got it
I think
there.
this is about that
It's
book.
good.
Samurai, little warrior, war, art, check. Tom Cruise, got it. Teeth.
And Groot. And Goose.
Engoos,
And Goose.
as in exantes.
And Goose en santés. Oh. No, you don't know what Engoos are? That's non-grown-ups to you.
To me,
Guess you're pretending to be a grown-up over
I
there.
feel like I should know this
Since
then.
you don't know what an Engu is.
I-
That's what Chrissy called a non-grown-up, so that we could say it like
Like EN or just NGU,
E-N-G-O-O.
non-grown up.
But yeah, N-G-U.
With an umlaut.
New.
New.
Umlaut.
Okay, so yeah, I keep seeing that written over there somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And I keep reading it as, oh, there it is, all the information I need. I couldn't get past the NGU part and just go, new,
New.
new,
New?
new. And then I can't go on with the rest of this. If this one word has set me into this tailspin,
Oh, no.
who knows what the rest of these words could do to me. I better step away from this board and never figure out what this is until this very moment. But I think you can be a non-grown up without knowing that short little acronym. But
No, that's what we're going to call non-grown-ups from now on.
from now on, okay, news.
Engus.
Engoos. Okay, so I'm still reading it, and you got the secrets saying it over there with the handshake and the dog. Engoos.
Engus.
So that's going to ruin me because at work,
Yeah.
the programmer nerds use NGUI,
What's that mean?
and I don't even. That's like a programming code or some plug-in thing or whatever. I don't know what it is. I think they hate it at the moment and they want to move on to something else, but we've been using it for too long, so they're kind of trapped for a little while. But I know it's like GUI, but I don't know if it's an N or in GUI.
Now everyone's mixed
Or if they're
up.
just always saying we're doing it in GUI, and it's just called GUI, because I usually just see the GUI, and I think the in is actually in, not N GUI. Now my home life gets more as complicated as work.
Engus. We're just a couple of Engus.
So yeah, if you're a natural grown up, which is just a human being, I'm renaming it already. That doesn't conform to a bunch of stuff for no reason other than that's what grown-ups do. Remember how when you were a kid and grown-ups were stupid? They're still stupid. You're just as tall as them now. Once you start doing what they're
Sometimes
doing,
taller.
sometimes. So you don't even have to, fight. You're just like, hey, I'm taller now. They're afraid of you already. Just be yourself. So many. I feel like, I don't know. Again, every time we watch something about Seattle, I think the last time we watched is still about Fred Armisen all the time. But Jerry Seinfeld went to have some coffee with Fred Armisen in Seattle,
Portland?
Why would I call it Seattle?
I don't know. You're sleepless in Seattle.
I am. It just seems like a place where people are, themselves. They're actually real people. And, some of them are weird.
Just like Adam Poole.
And Adam Poole's already out there being weird and also being like us, and we're being like him. He sells comics. Go look up Adam Poole from Portland. I don't have any more information on that at this time. Dudes, DOODZ, I believe is the Twitter and whatnot. He's got a lot of stuff going on. There's a link to it somewhere from our thing. Adam Poole from Portland. Calling in.
I think they're all NGUs in Portland.
Yeah, that's what I think about Portland, but I also would be kind of afraid. I'd probably get used to it, I guess. But one of the things that is nice about these fake grown-ups is a lot of them keep stuff running because they think they have to. There's a lot of like really shitty.
What if it didn't
shitty
keep
jobs?
Running?
Then, thankfully, we already live out in the woods where it is like, hey, we can kind of get stuff.
Do you think you have to be grown up to like keep the power running?
No, I don't think you do at all, because kids would be like, why don't we just turn the power back on? And then some would be like, because it's supposed to cost money. And then some would be like, yeah, but what if we just want the power back on, and if nobody really wants to deal with it and the button is just on, then let's just turn it on. All right, then let's do that. Somebody's got to shovel this coal. I know Doug, he loves shoveling. I don't know what his problem is. He just loves it. He doesn't even care why. Well, I got a bunch of hamburgers and stuff, and I love to barbecue. And then eventually a little society breaks out around doing that thing. Just like community gardens now, a lot of people come together in these little, in the center of town or in these urban areas, and everybody grows food and plants and they all share and everybody has a great time. It's totally possible
everybody has a great time.
Some people have a good time. Some people feel bossed around. Some people are just doing it for the food. Some people are just desperately doing it to feel a part of something, and realizing that what they really want is to be a part of the.
Oh my God, so dramatic, these community gardens.
The urban electricity garden, which is keeping the power running. There's a lot of jobs out there that people just want to do. Again, we do this.
Did you ever notice this?
Yes, I have.
Whenever you say things to people, immediately, usually if it's a good idea, immediately they'll give you a reason why you can't do that. Mm-hmm. It's so ridiculous. And then that's how you can tell that they're pretending to be a grown up, because instead of just going oh my God, that's fucking really cool, they'll go, well, you can't because of this.
Well, I find myself sometimes, I literally, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, if I'm doing what I love a lot of the time and enjoying it and everything's going cool, then I'm in the mode where it's just if somebody brings up an idea, I immediately go to so that's what you're working on now? No,
yeah.
It could never work because, bills and my
they
job.
They say
and whatever.
It themselves.
Probably. But if I'm in a mood where it is just I just have to go to my job and I have to do this thing and I'm just not in the mood. I have this story in my head and I just don't have time to write it because, whatever, jobs take time. And then if somebody suggests, I have this idea, I'm just good luck with that. You can't. Don't know why. Somebody invented 5 of those already.
Well, I remember I was just talking about, I read this thing where, solar power or, basically we were just talking about the fact that we're going to build our garage, and it's just going to be totally off grid, and then / also maybe supply our house with power when our house power goes down. So we'll rig it all up, and it's just so we're going to probably do solar power maybe, I said, or I don't know. I'm going to research it or whatever. Mm-hmm. And first thing right off the bat, well, solar power, that's not exactly blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit. But it's just I'm excited. I'm just telling you this thing. I wasn't asking for advice.
Especially in a world where people are well aware that, yes, it does work. And we have examples. And, hey, you're already here at our house. Let's take a walk down and I'll show you where it's working. It's literally 50 feet away, dick. Yeah, well, that's different because that person's different. All right, then, because he doesn't know as many dicks. That's different because
that person's different. Guess what?
Yeah.
We're all the same, except we're different.
Yeah.
But we're all capable of the same things.
Everyone has the same capacity, but...
Hopefully. But here's the thing.
Different.
Most people won't.
Nope.
But if you do...
Then you're the one.
Then you're the one.
Neo.
And usually you don't even really have to try exceptionally hard. You just keep going in that direction. That's all you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just keep going in that direction, whatever it is, like figure out what you want, go in that direction, you'll get there.
Yeah.
If you don't stop.
Like again, like in the trap that is religion, many people are just, locked down by, well, Jesus said this, Jesus said that, Jesus said this, and Jesus said that. And it's like, no. Jesus said fucking lead by example and do unto others. And that's about all you need. See you later, dick. Trying to prove a point over here. Ugh, these guys are dickheads. Hey, guess what? I'll come back from the dead then. See? You don't even have to die. All right? That's what I'm saying. Shit's crazy. Matrix, etc. Rage Against the Machine song. He flies away. Story of Jesus. And then everybody still is just like, see, the Magic Man said, like, no, the Magic Man said, we're all magic inside. The power is yours. I'm Captain Planet.
We're all NGU.
Wind. Fire.
Inside and out.
Water. Heart.
Heart. Volcano.
Blood. These are
Spit.
the elements of Korra the
What if
Explorer.
you could, like, just control spit?
I mean, a few times, like, again, we haven't, I think,
I'm a spit bender.
we haven't mentioned at all that one weekend.
One day we watched all 4 seasons of
We took
The Legend of Korra.
We took in the niece and nephew there, and yeah, Tara was like, want to watch a cartoon? Like, have you guys seen Korra? Like, yeah, it's great. Cool, we'll start watching it. So they, the older one knew a lot of it. And then they went
That
home.
show is amazing.
And we kept watching and just like, this is the greatest series ever. And then it's so great that it gets to the
Everything
end.
you need to know
It's all there in
is
Korra.
in Korra.
Like, hey, how should we think about the government? Here it is, it's right here. What if they go a little crazy? Then you fight them. Well, what if you can't? You can. Well, but they have, yeah, but you have too. Okay. Thanks, Korra. Like, hey, well, what if I keep trying to hook up with all these boys that I clearly don't really get along with?
Oh my god, spoiler alert.
And spoiler alert. And what if minute 1, when I meet this one girl, we are clearly best friends, and why not be more than best friends? Because all these other boys just aren't doing it for us. And then, spoiler alert, skip ahead a few minutes, at the end of the
Everyone's
series.
lesbians.
Everyone is a lesbian at the end of the series. Every single person, especially Ellen's ex-wife. But that one goes without saying. Not Portia de Rossi. Hey.
I don't.
Yes. We all know who I'm talking about. She's a voice in Korra. If you don't know about Korra, seriously, go ahead and watch it. Maybe it'll take a few minutes to get into, but all of your favorite actors do the voices, so it feels very comforting and you just feel like you're at home. Oh, not even that. Just like you immediately can.
It's very Americanized.
Just like it. Oh, it's totally Americanized. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of adjustment period. I feel where, again, in most anime that I don't watch, but when I do, it's just like, why does everybody's voice totally not match how they look? It's just that's clearly Billy Bob Thornton or something like that. And why did they get hit? Why is he in this? This one, it's just, I don't know. It's all put together great, and all the voices are just perfect.
Beautiful.
Timing is great all over the place. But yeah, like story wise,
I love how they're very, both that one and the Avatar, The Last Airbender, are very feminist
driven, centric.
No, they're not driven. They're just feminist stories, where there is equality. There could be women. There's tons of women leaders. There's tons of women warriors.
Within both stories, pretty much, the only
women can do anything, and anytime there is a man that's like, women can't do shit,
Yeah.
then they're like, fuck you, women can do shit, and then they just
it usually only lasts for an
prove
episode
themselves.
or two. Yeah, it's
so that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's everything you want in a perfect
I think
show.
it's really good lessons, and everyone should watch them. But...
Maybe you're a dickhead. That's fine. But
So, what if your bending power is
Yeah.
spit.
So what Korra also taught us is, like, what I watched a bit of Avatar. There's water benders, air benders, earth benders, and wind. And then, like, a few minutes into Korra, like, I was doing stuff, like, I was actually taking care of these kids, and Tara's sitting on the couch watching cartoons with them.
Yeah,
So-
taking care of the kids with the TV.
So I missed a bunch of it, and then she's like, "Wait, are they like metal benders?" Like, "Yep, that's a thing." And then all these things, and then blood benders, where you like bend somebody by their blood. But after a
Volcano
while,
benders.
once you can turn not just earth, but like lava. But yeah, it seems to me that it's like, oh, wouldn't that just go without saying? Because like, especially the blood thing and the spit bending, like if you were a water bender, there you go. And then also if you're an air bender, why wouldn't you just be able to bend water? Because it's all just basically the same, just one's a little less wet. And then if I was a spit bender, though, and that's all I could do, I mean, you could still do a lot of damage with that. You just like some spits out in the air, you take it, and then you just, whatever, you bend it to like a nice sharp point.
Darts.
Yeah, and then you got spit darts. And you just have to keep hydrated. Or be like the kind of person that people spit on.
You're going to steal people's spit and leave them dry with dry mouth.
Yeah, and I guess that would be my, question.
One time I had dry socket.
Oh.
Most painful in the world. You had to bring me to the hospital.
Yeah, that was pretty awful.
I can't imagine that birth would be more painful than dry socket.
Yeah, it went on for a while, and yeah, you were...
So if someone was freshly missing a tooth, whoa.
Well, yeah, so I mean...
You better watch out, because I'll
painful...
spit bend all the spit out of your mouth.
That would drop somebody to their knees, wouldn't it?
That would.
And I assume,
Or
I don't know...
just a snot bender.
Like, yeah, wouldn't it be just
Booger bender.
any moisture from your body? Like, wouldn't it just encompass that? So couldn't I, like, Wolverine to Magneto, like, just pull it out through your pores and skin until you're just super dehydrating people?
I guess.
Just Captain Dehydration.
Gross.
So I guess that's where it really comes down to the only, roadblock in those shows, but it's the only roadblock in every show or movie. There still has to be a weakness, even when there's some super ultimate powers. But a lot of times it's like, hey, just an episode ago, you like proved that you could just turn into a ghost and deal with stuff like this. Or, hey, you can bend metal now, so just do that. Or whatever. Kill some of these people. But at least, yeah, they're pretty good at not just resorting to murder, and their action is still pretty awesome. Still got 8 minutes.
I'm wearing kettle duds. Since you talked about what you're wearing.
When did I talk about what I'm wearing?
Your socks.
Oh, that's barely.
Talking about your fashion.
Come on now, that's not a fashion thing.
Fashion corner with Curtis.
Yeah, mine don't have. I didn't say any name brands of. I just said some miscellaneous gray sock.
Duds. Damn it, Martins. I should have bought it when I saw it at Martins. I went to the United States of America.
Within a commercial. Unbelievable. Not getting money from any of these people. So these cuddle duds are what?
I got them at
outdated
Martins, which is, it's not necessarily outdated, it's just salvage. So they just have like this salvage place where you can get like brand new things.
It's a garbage
really
dump.
Cheap.
It's a cheap garbage
dump.
dump.
For like $4.
Still, they were $4. These garbage dump pants cost $4.
Garbage dump pants that I'm wearing, $4.
No, it's a regular, like whatever warehouse.
They're brand new.
Store. They look fine. Everything seems normal.
I also saw some Amish when I was in Maine.
Did you know about Cuddle Duds before? Were you like, oh my god, Cuddle Duds for $4? Or are you just like, hey, I'm getting these pants for $4, and on the way home, look at that, they're called Cuddle Duds.
That's right.
And you didn't go, look at that, they're called Cuddle Duds. I'm throwing them out the window now.
Why would I do that? They were $4.
They're called Cuddle Duds.
Cuddle Duds, Cuddle Duds. What do you suppose the commercial for Cuddle Duds is? Cuddle Duds, you're wearing your cuddles with duds.
Oh, honey, I'm so cranky. What is it? Oh, these pants, these jeans, everything, it just cuts into me. Nothing is, I just want to be, cuddled by my duds sometimes.
Why don't you try these?
Bing.
Cuddle duds.
I will. Actually, no, I won't. I don't trust any pants anymore. I've been burned too much in the past. You'll have to earn my trust, Cuddle Duds. Try to earn it from the trash. Stomping off.
Hey,
What?
look at this.
What's
I
that?
found trash pants. Cuddle duds. They're
Trash
free.
So they're free? And
They're in the trash.
And they're cuddly? Well, I think I just might give these a chance then.
Yay!
I can
Cuddle
really
duds,
feel the
cuddle
banana
duds,
peel.
Cuddle, cuddle, cuddle duds. Cuddle duds.
In your pants.
They are your pants.
They are your pants, Neo. You're not outside of your pants. You are the pants.
Oh my god. So I saw Amish.
And what did they have to say? Or you just drove by them in your
We
car while they were
stared
trotting?
at them as they drove by on it with a buggy and a horse and buggy.
Does that
Oh my god, Burke is like farting up a storm here.
He's always a fart storm. Do, like that's happened to everybody, right? Or are there people that still don't even know Amish are a thing? Like how a lot of people are like, oh, seahorses are real? It's just...
Maybe people haven't seen the Amish.
I feel like...
Anyways, it was fucking freezing in Maine, I'll tell you this much. And they're going around like just in this open buggy
Oh, yeah.
with just a blanket, but like their faces are exposed to the cold and shit. Like, I guess that's why they grow beards, but they have no mustaches.
No.
And the women, they're not wearing scarves and stuff. Like, it's fucking cold.
They should have stayed home.
So, I don't even know. I don't know what they're getting at Walmart or Martin's.
I got to work out something with somebody to deliver stuff to them. I mean, I know you want to be self-sufficient, but winter's too cold. Winter's too cold to be, I don't know.
You need to, like, plastic that in or something.
Something. It's some kind of, I don't know what it is.
Glass.
It's got to, like, do the Amish have windows or they close
Yeah, they
their
have
shutters?
windows.
Well, then,
Window it in.
I guess, do they make their own windows? Could they use a
I think
car
they buy a
windshield?
lot of stuff. They're just like,
Posers.
don't use technology.
Just hide it. Just as long as anybody comes around for a tourist attraction.
I don't know how far they go, though. Like, they have jars and stuff. They buy things.
So either way, they could stack up some jars and make a windshield. Or just buy a windshield since they love buying stuff. Amish. We're out there buying stuff even though you think we're not.
But I guess you can go and, like, live amongst the Amish for a while.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how they make all their money, to go buying stuff. They just trick you into living there, like, give up all your stuff, and then they take all your money and belongings
I don't know
and
about that.
trade it and pawn it.
It's not very cuddle daddy. Oh my
Mm,
god, this dog here.
I don't think Cuddle Duds is a subsidiary of the Amish religion or faith, whatever you...
Maybe the
Lifestyle.
Amish made it. Ow!
Jeez, Burke.
Burke.
You do not blend well with microphone technology. Do the Amish have...
So anyways, that's what I wanted to say was I went to Maine
And you fought the Amish.
for our friends down in California. Quadcast.
Oh yeah, Courtney from the
We're going to
Quadcast.
compare Canada, the United States.
So what's your comparison?
That there's Amish there, but not here.
We don't have Amish?
Not here.
No, the Pentecostal people don't count as Amish?
They're not Amish.
They're pretty Amish. I mean, once you gotta have some, like, when you have clothing rules that you follow, that's Amish to me.
Yeah, but they're not going around like with a horse and buggy.
If you are Amish right now, it's-
Pentecostals, that's like that's
Sneaking
Mark's
podcasts.
family are Pentecostal.
they are. Oh my
Yes.
God. We have to end this right now. Then we got to get out of here.
Going down.
I can't. I'm scared. His whole family.
I don't know how many of them, but
So,
many of them are.
the skirt rules.
They wear skirts.
They follow those rules.
Right.
It's all falling into place now. It all makes sense. Yeah, that's the end of them. No
Someday
more.
my sister she could wear the bun. And around here, I think there's a lot of Pentecost as well.
Tons.
But I just thought that there was a lot of old women that were like clicky.
Yeah, I always thought
So
it
it
was
was
just
like,
a weird.
oh, they're all just like wearing.
thing.
Look at them! Like they're all wearing skirts, and they all have buttons in their hair, like a team.
Yeah, I
But
thought they
it was
were
more of a religion.
just like teachers or young girls who wanted to grow up and be elementary school teachers.
That's weird.
Everything's kind of weird.
The more you know.
Ding.
You're listening to No Such Thing as Grown-Ups, the perfect audio to accompany looking at amazing caricatures at caricaturesbydawn.com. In this announcer's humble opinion.
Don't fake me out.
Now it's the real show.
Oh, no.
That was a pretend show while I tried to shoo a dog off a chair. Now he can stare at us like, hey, remember when I had a chair? And we can be like, no, we don't remember. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
That's dream noise.
And then we stare back at him. He keeps looking back at us. Go to bed. Go lay down, buddy. It's okay. Yeah. So, every time you start your car for like the second time that minute, that crazy super loud noise that you know that everybody hears and you immediately feel like the worst person in the world. Know that.
You do?
Yeah, well, you usually feel like somewhat I think for like a split second, you feel just like super
You're embarrassed,
like
yes.
beyond embarrassed because it's like, oh my god,
Everyone's looking at me.
I
now.
just turned on a car twice. What an idiot, right? Everybody must be thinking. But
Everybody knows.
what really should, well, at least 1% anyway. There's at least one person because everybody can hear it, like for miles. There's one person going, "Hey, I'm not alone," because I guarantee somebody does it somewhere, like every day.
Everybody does it all the time.
And enough of an earshot that, yeah, you're always within, at least by the next day, you're hearing somebody else do it and feel like, it's not that big of a deal, those times when you do it. So, yeah, every time, feel free to feel embarrassed still, I guess. But know that you're making somebody feel a
Know that
little
you
less
did
stupid.
that today.
No, somebody else did it today.
Oh, and you
I
felt okay for them.
Yeah, when I looked over, I didn't think idiot. I immediately thought, I do that, or I did that,
And then
whatever,
you laughed
recently.
and smiled, didn't you?
And I pointed, and I bought eggs, but I threw. That's why, the list says get 2 cartons of 8, and
One's for throwing, one's for eating.
well, no, 4 of one of them is gone already. That's why.
What are we supposed to eat?
Our pride in enjoying throwing eggs at somebody who turned their car over twice when it didn't need to be. I don't know.
Taking away all the fun in the world.
The fun, making fun of, or
Making fun of other people.
you're saying that by trying to add a little empathy, I'm ruining the world.
You're ruining my fun.
You're the one who's at some point in time, a long time ago on this show, was like, hey, what's great? These elementary school classes that teach empathy, like by bringing a baby in for these babies to poke at and then not kill, and then feel.
I didn't get no baby poking class.
So you're aware of it. You endorse it to other people.
I'm saying, yeah, in the future,
But not for you.
empathy. For now, stop ruining fun.
Guess I could get on board with.
Stop ruining my fun. Let's make fun of people.
No,
Why not?
I guess it depends where and how. I guess,
Leave it to other people for empathy.
yeah, as long as you're not running up on these people that are turning on their car twice and pointing and laughing or throwing stuff at
What?
them.
That's exactly what I want to do.
All right, well then no. That's the world
fun
I'm trying to.
ruiner.
That's the fun I am trying to ruin. Yes, I'm sorry. I am a bit of a fun ruiner when the fun is let's purposely and forcibly, aggressively hurt these people's feelings because they just turned a key twice. Because these cars nowadays are pretty quiet. They're whisper quiet. That's how they advertise them.
That's how they get you.
And then when they get
That's
you,
why it's funny. That's why it's so funny.
I guess again, it's still nobody really gets hurt other than the feelings part, just mentally. So I guess it's fine.
Yeah,
Everybody wins.
it's true. If you have children that are listening to this podcast, why do you have children listening to this podcast?
Like, I'm putting this on 7-year-old Billy is
Send
sitting
the
there.
kids out of the room, kids, because we're going to talk about something. Something
What? I'm scared now.
about Santa.
Should I leave the room? Oh. Well, this is pretty good, though. This is what, if they're ready to, if you've been trying to explain to them what the deal is with that guy,
Here's the deal.
this is the best one I've ever heard, ever. Like, ever. That sounds perfect. Yeah. I finally don't feel angry at fake Santa anymore.
You don't feel angry anymore?
No, after you told me that, yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah.
So, my nephew found out that my sister and brother-in-law were buying his presents at Christmas, or had his presents at Christmas, I guess.
And then signing Santa to it like a couple of liars.
And they were lying to him. Well,
Mhm.
first he found the elf on the shelf. He found it in a drawer, and then he confronted them and said, I found the elf on the shelf.
Listen,
What the fuck?
The elf on the shelf, that is a whole separate game. That's like we're all, we've already all agreed to play this game of Monopoly. Don't just start adding Jenga and Trouble.
Can't add more lies on top of
It
lies.
just gets way too, like down at my cousin's house.
It's too complex.
The amount of lies is staggering. There's so many characters. So many characters leaving different presents in different types of way. One of them is a weird Blair Witch mouse, which I don't even know if they've made it up or if everybody does. But anyway, let's hear about the good Santa, not the extra characters that are breaking my brain.
I can't keep it all straight.
Can't.
Okay, so then they wake up or whatever, open their presents there, and then after they eat breakfast and stuff like that, then they go to my mother's house.
Mhm.
So when they're there, Matthew goes to his father and he's like, "Do you want to hear something funny?" And so he's like, "Oh." And so his father's like, "What?" So he says, "Well, the thing that Rachel's his sister's big present." He said, "I saw that in your room before, before Christmas."
Yeah, before Santa Claus brought it.
Before Santa Claus brought it. And so then, Mark, like his father, is just like, what were you doing in my room? Like, why were you in there?
How dare you? You have no business in my room.
So he's just like, but it was there, like, it doesn't matter. So then Mark is just like, Kateri. So he like calls my sister in and, he's like, you lied, you're like lying to me. You lied to me. And so my sister says, well,
why don't you get a lawyer? Get a lawyer about it then.
If you think this is so crazy.
If you're
So,
such a smart kid, get it.
Earlier, they had gone to the mall, I think, or someplace, and yeah, they had gone to the mall because they were going to buy some things for a family, for a Christmas family to sponsor.
Mhm.
So they were picking up some things like hats and mittens and pajamas. So then my sister was like, well, we have to get these pajamas for these kids because they don't have pajamas. Or, well, she's like, we have to get these pajamas.
Give me a break, Mom.
So the kids were
what kind
like-
of stupid loser doesn't have pajamas? Give me
Yeah.
a break. You're lying again. Why do you always lie to me, Mom?
I'm not lying this time. The other stuff, that was lies. This isn't lies.
Sounds like something a liar would say.
So she said, there's kids around. We're getting stuff. So they were like, they don't have pajamas? And then she was like, no, I guess they don't have pajamas. We have to get them pajamas. And they were like, well, they could have all of my pajamas. Like I have, but they don't even wear their pajamas. They're in a drawer. They have a drawer full of pajamas that they don't wear.
I don't even like pajamas.
So they felt really bad. And she's like, well, you can't get them your pajamas. You're too small.
Mhm.
So they bought the stuff and donated it. So then my sister told them that, we weren't really lying, just like everybody is Santa. Like Santa isn't a person that lives at the North Pole. That's the only thing that's not true. Like Santa is everyone because it's the feeling of giving and like how like we gave to you. So like we were Santa for you. And like for those kids at the mall or whatever, like we were their Santa. So like they got to have a Christmas. So like we gave to them. And like now that you know about it, like you'll be the Santa for someone else because you'll be giving to someone else. And it's just like the spirit of giving. And that's what Santa Claus is. And that is going to continue. That's not a lie. That's just, things we say so that to get little kids interested in it. But like, that's what it is. That's what the real story.
Yeah. Sadly,
The real secret of Christmas.
Yeah. It's hard to do things without making it a game and also just being, 100% truthful, because sometimes you got to start explaining stuff to the kids pretty early. And there are already a lot of stories out there that it's like, well, so-and-so's kid said this. Like, well, I don't want to ruin their Christmas. So I guess I got to do what I can do to keep everyone happy. And it is kind of like a delightful game.
One thing I liked was that I read online that for people to not put gifts from Santa Claus that are like really expensive, because then it doesn't make sense. Like, how come Santa Claus gave you a PlayStation 3? Like, just say that those are from the parents.
Nothing.
Is that a thing anymore?
PlayStation. I was just seeing if it was how quiet I could be.
Oh.
Yeah, like I was always super confused by that, because it was like, well, I'm still like some years, and maybe some friends would just
like, how come these guys got a pool from Santa Claus?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, well, just ask for it. Sometimes it just happens, like because of Santa.
I got a half ghetto blaster.
Yeah, and I just felt like enough people had explained it to me in the way where it's like, yeah, there's still a Santa Claus that brings it in the magic part in the game and whatever, but your parents got to pay him. And then eventually it's just like, yeah, whatever, we go to the mall and we get it. That's why it's here or whatever. Like, it's just the game gets too complicated too fast. And even like with that, even with like Matthew, where it's like, oh, he's like 7 years old or 6 years old or whatever.
He's 8 now.
He's 8? Oh, my God. Well, in that case, then it's like, oh, yeah, in today's world, it's kind of crazy that you don't already know, because you can, like, read and use Google. So if the thought ever crossed your mind, you could just figure that out pretty quick. I think a lot of kids, like, I don't even know how Tracy raises those other twins, because they read everything and they want to read more. And they have all kinds of crazy, pretty deep questions. Where are we? Where are we from? Well, who made that guy? Well, then why did he do that thing? What's the deal? I think they got like iPads or whatever there for Christmas. So they are now at whatever they are, 7. Yeah, 7 years old. They're plugged in now. Like, they are now part of the Matrix. They're Suri. I don't even like the amount of things that they will know before I even knew that knowing things was a possibility is crazy. Like, again, like 18, like, hey, here's a medium speed internet. Like, what? I can actually read the thing and it doesn't crap out?
Oh my God.
That's amazing. And then, to what it is now, where it's like, I don't have to read it. I could just watch a movie about it just by typing in the word. Done. Now I know how to snake a drain. Like, it's literally that simple.
You know it all.
But that's the other thing that opens you up to all the possibilities, and the roadblocks, Neo, is you can see that you don't know it all, but there's so much to know that it's okay. And when you do need the information, it is there, and it's downloadable, and it's accessible. And sure, maybe someday someone will lock it down somehow, and you won't have enough Clue Blanc credits to unlock it.
Then you just start printing the internet now.
So I guess maybe part of your bunker should be filling it with the internet in book form. But it's probably cheaper to just, copy, paste, print through a book printing site and have it shipped to your house in dictionaries.
Oh my God.
When I was out Christmas shopping... No, I wasn't Christmas shopping. When I was picking up a phone for the house, because our batteries broke and then the internet batteries wouldn't work, and we needed to accept phone calls, I went to the old Radio Shack Source, whatever it's called. It will always in my heart be Radio Shack. And I stood in front of the, I don't know, let's say 5 actual physical phones that exist that aren't cell phones, landlines in the world. And I texted you a question or something, but it's like, you're not writing back. Now I'm just hanging out in a Radio Shack, staring at landline phones.
Oh, no.
Like a pervert. So I just called you, and I'm like, well, whatever. All these other people are like making phone calls and double checking stuff.
Yep.
I'll just be like them. And I call you with my cell phone, which I'm saying it as if it's like, and then I went into the brothel because then like it's illegal with like, because I never call anybody with a cell phone. Like, it's such a weird foreign thing to me. Like, and then I gave myself a needle. Like, no, no. These are things that
Could you
scare
hear me fine?
Yeah, I could hear you pretty good. I thought. I didn't think anybody would be able to hear you across the store.
She could hear me.
But she probably could hear you. So when I went up, I asked, I was like, oh, hey, should I just get this one or that one? Like, what do we care? Do we still want messages? Do we give a fuck what people think we're going to give a shit about? But it's still pretty fun to use a lot of the messages the crazy people leave on our phone.
Which we will.
And when those come up, I try to remember to record them so you can hear.
You
I'm
can
at
leave
the
us a message
hospital.
from anywhere in the world.
Tell us how.
For free.
Free.
Right? Just go to nosuchthingasgrownups.com.
Make it easier.
Send us a message.
Wow.
Click.
The
It's
button.
easy as 1, 2, 3. You just click it. You record your message.
And then it sticks it to the internet.
And then it sends it to us.
And we can play it on the show. We've already played a few before.
And
They
we'd
were
love
wonderful.
to play more. Ask us a question. You could make a request that
Yeah.
we talk about something.
Could do a little anything. Anything at all. Pretty much. Don't be, I want to
We
say.
could say happy birthday to your friends.
Yeah. No hate crimes, I guess, is the only real rule.
We could give a shout out to you.
Say
Or your dog.
say happy birthday to somebody who doesn't listen to the show, and then you could tell them, listen to this show. And then you
Yeah.
can hear me say happy birthday to you. It's crazy. When I went up to the counter to pay for the phone, the lady was like, oh, so you finally made your decision, huh? Like, what? Yeah, I heard you.
Oh my god.
Heard me making like my.
Stalker.
You heard inside my mind? Like, oh, sorry. Like, I didn't mean to eavesdrop or whatever. Like, I could just, I heard you on the phone. Like, okay, I was on the other side of the room. Then
Wait, it was a girl or a guy?
it was a girl.
Okay.
Plus, there was a guy right next to her who was on the phone this whole time, like going through some sort of deal, like, I don't know, trying to hook up somebody's phone or disconnect it, whatever. And when I tried to give her my name, I believe for my email, and which is just like, I was in line so long there too, because they, at Radio Shack, they do that. Give me your email, and then we'll send you this, and then do that, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't care. I'm like, this time I'm just, all right, no. It's like, it's like, it will only sound rude and mean if I say, listen, I'm just going to give you the money, and then I'm going to leave with the thing. Like, let's just do that. I don't want to give you my email. I've done it so many times, and it's never worked out great. And immediately she's like, would you like your email for like a $500 gift card? Like, yeah, sure, why not? Maybe I'll get a $500 gift card.
You need to believe.
It definitely went faster than everybody else's did.
Now we're going to get a $500 gift card.
So that was nice. And plus we get a $500 gift card out of it. But actually, no, we don't. Because during this, she was like, hey, what's your email? Like, Curtis Carey at doot-to-do.
No such thing as grownups at gmail.com.
Yeah, but or maybe I was just giving her my name for whatever it was. Anyway, I gave her my name, and she's like, what? And I'm like, Carey. And she's like, oh, okay, do. Wait, what was it again? I was like, Carey. She's like, oh, okay, all right. And then she was like, oh, it's just nothing, like, just crazy. I could have swore you said why. Like, what? Yeah, but I did. How did you hear it? You heard my
What
phone
is
conversation
wrong
on the other
with
side of the
people?
room, but I spelled my name 3 times, and you're pretty sure it would be crazy if I had said why. What if I had said why 3 times? Anyway, no $500 gift card.
Why did you
for us.
say why?
What? Because it's in there. Because it's there. I said
Oh.
the name. You said it back to me. I feel like we
Your
are
first name, though.
on similar pages at least.
Your first name?
Which one do you want? Do you want my last name first, my first name last?
Your first name first.
My first name is Curtis, Curtis.
That's your last name. Okay.
Wait, did you just say that's... Are you... Okay, no.
And your first name now, please.
That was my first name was Curtis, Curtis.
Right, I already got that.
Okay, no.
Curtis.
Now-
Curtis.
Okay, now let's go through
That's
this.
a weird name.
It is weird. My last name is Carey. C-A-R.
Karen.
C-A-R-E-Y. Carey.
K-A.
Nope.
Just a minute here. Is this your name?
This is my last name.
This
yes.
is your
my
first
family name? No, my last name.
your
My first name is Curtis. You've got that.
I
It's
have
all good.
that.
Yes.
Curtis.
Don't touch those boxes. Leave that.
Ow! My
Careful.
elbow. I banged it.
Yeah. Okay. You're typing way too hard, and you should just don't even type anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Leave the one
K.
that says first. Please, no. Stop jumping ahead. This is not going to work out well. I just.
Curtis K. Curtis?
Yeah, all right. Here's what I want to do. Can I skip this? I feel bad.
Why?
Why? Do I want to, or are you still
Did you
typing?
say?
I did say why at some point in time. Yes. My last name is Carey. My name is Curtis Carey. If you wanted to get that right.
Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Karen.
Yeah. That's what everybody does here. No. I just want to.
What's your address?
Can I? Yeah. Forget that. I would like to just pay you the money. Here's my card.
All right. Can I have your email address?
I don't want to give you my email address. I just want to pay for this phone, and I would like to.
Wow.
leave.
That's the question on here that it's asking me for.
It's asking me for my address, but
Your email
my
address.
email address. I tried to give it to you a few times. I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, so skip?
Yes, please. Yes, skip. Is there's a skip button? How's the screen is not that big. Come on, go back across. Look again. There's
Skip.
mhm. This is
What? It's
yeah.
just tell me your address is quicker.
It's quicker if I tell you my address. All right.
Okay, wait. I'll skip. If I hit this button.
Yeah, that's
Skip.
no. That's
Okay.
that's the shift button. Nothing.
Karen. Okay.
What are you doing?
Karen Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep, that's all good. At Hotmail.
At Hotmail.
Yep.
Oh, now you giving me your email address?
Well, I don't know. What were we doing then?
Now I have to go back.
So what were you just looking for then? Why were you
Oh, I was
just
just
saying?
repeating your name.
Well, that's...
All right. What's your email address?
It doesn't matter. Put in your own email address.
No, I don't want to get these emails.
Well, I don't want to... I want to
You don't even understand how many emails you're going to get.
They're
It's
exactly...
crazy.
I already...
One time I did get on this list, and then it was like such a hassle to get off of it.
Well, every time I come in here, I'm pretty sure I give you the same email address, and you always put it in as if it's new.
All right, fine. Skip then?
You should be able to, like, just by knowing my name, I should just already be in your system, as it were, as the old folks say.
This isn't a system. It's just a cash register.
I know. So then,
It just prints off these labels.
yeah, that sounds unnecessary, and I would like to just put
All
it
right.
through the Interact,
What's your address?
and then but without you asking me that question anymore.
Oh, skip?
Yes, I feel like we keep hitting.
Okay, I'll skip. That was your mailing address in
Mhm.
case of emergency.
All right, there shouldn't be any
You
emergency.
should have contacted in case of emergency.
There shouldn't be any situation where you have to contact anybody in case of an emergency. Are you talking about like an emergency happening to you
An emergency with the product.
with the product that you're? Oh, so and then you call me like, oh, it's defective. It will explode.
Or you call us.
Or I call you. Why would I? Then what information of mine do you need? I'm so confused right now.
Who to contact in case of emergency? Who will contact us in case of emergency?
Oh, so this is all right. Yeah, you're not getting that one then. No. But yes, I do feel
So
more inclined.
skip?
Skip, please. Yes.
Okay.
You're hitting skip so many times. How are we not?
There's a lot of fields here for this.
Oh, just for the I guess get it. Yeah.
Okay.
That person's name.
All right,
their
now.
address. You shouldn't have any questions for me. Yes, I have.
Do you
the money.
want to get
Inter-
our newsletter?
Interact? No, that's what the email was for. I thought I want to pay.
This is a separate thing.
with
So
debit
skip.
card. debit card is the
Okay.
next question I
But
want to hear.
you
what?
could get 10% off if you get our credit card.
Yeah, but I'm already getting 10% off of my life and time is money.
But
so
this will
is
be
the-
10% off this, which will be
Yes,
equivalent.
But if I value my time, which I do, I find myself.
then you would want 10% off of this.
But I would rather the
Obviously.
time, and it's just
Who
this,
wouldn't
to
want
get
this?
this
You know, it's
10%.
crazy.
It's like costing me 30%, and I'm not willing to lose 20% on this deal. Which
right,
is
fine then.
these phones are already such a good price right now. I just would like to get out of the store, paying that price.
Okay, so Skip.
Again, I'm not. I don't even mean to make you sigh or make you upset. I'm not trying to be a terrible person.
Well, it's just that I get extra money if I sign people up. That's part of my job. That's the only way that I really get paid because technically, because of I have a babysitter at home, and the cost for me to get here, transportation wise, I don't really actually make any money unless
I get
sell
that. I completely
a
understand.
credit card.
I totally understand. And as somebody,
So you'll sign up for it.
no,
Okay, what's your name?
No, that's the thing.
What's your
is-
first name?
But as a busy person on the go, if you do
Karen
stop
or
to check
something,
your,
wasn't
your
it?
mail, actually, yes, it's Karen. What did you have?
What? You don't know your last name?
Just read back what you have.
I don't know if I feel safe
then
about
copy and
all
paste
of
that
this
down.
information.
I honestly,
I gotta go back to the beginning here. Click, click,
to the be-
click, click, click. What is your name?
I'm not this kind of person normally, but I might just go over to Staples.
I don't think we should sell you these phones.
That's fine. I'm just going to leave them here. I'm going to head over to Staples, and I would like you to have a
Staples is
wonderful day.
closed.
I'll go over there tomorrow. That's fine. My phones still work. They just only work
Staples
for a few
ain't got
minutes
them.
at a
Ain't
time.
nobody got them.
I just saw them there before I came here, and these were just
All
a little
right,
cheaper.
fine. Well, I'll cash some. There you go. Beep boop.
Thanks.
$54.99
All right. Debit card.
plus tax.
Uh-huh.
That's 18%.
Okay.
Plus, without the store discount, without the credit card, without that minus 10%, plus 15%.
Wait. No. I'm gonna call a lawyer.
Plus,
in a
we're going to
second.
sign you up
You
for
can't say-
our angel card fee, plus the radio fee,
This is
plus
ridiculous.
the shack
This is-
portion.
The shack portion.
Everything that comes to $109.63.
Yeah, this is not at all. I'm honestly tempted to pay this just so I can have this register slip, so I can show people that look at this what happened, and then go to a lawyer, but like, look, this what happened. Please make better. And I if I wasn't so cheap, if I had a big pile of
Well,
extra
if you
money,
would have given us your email address,
how much would it have cost?
that
them?
would be 10% off.
And
Then you sign
bring-
up for the credit card. That's another 3%.
Yeah, but then I have to pay.
And then
the
all
fees
those
that go with
discounts.
that.
That's only. And then you get to sign up for the Radio Shack card, the radio card, and then the
The
Shack,
Shack
card.
Yeah,
They're two separate cards,
seen the
but
commercials.
combined, you get the equivalent of 2%,
Pretty good deal.
bringing us up to 15%. So you get the taxes off.
Yeah. So after
And
that,
then
I get to pay
Distribution.
the normal
fee is returned $54.99. All right. So.
That's-
Yes, you want to sign up for this? Listen, sir, I don't know. You're on it. You're off it. You just want to pay. Now you want discounts.
Well,
Look,
no.
I can't keep up with it.
Let me tell you something that I just learned right now. My phones, why I've come here, is because my phone battery, it only lasts for a very short period of time, and it just cuts
You want to buy
people off.
phone batteries now.
No. I've already tried that. That's
So they're $54.99 each.
exactly. They're much more than the phones, and they don't work with the phones unless they're as new as the phone. So it's just an impossible
true.
game, that you're running here. But anyway, I just realized that no, I don't care. I'd rather have a half-dead battery. The amount of time, once again, that I've spent trying to just
You've been here quite
give
a
you
while.
information. Yeah.
Actually, my shift is over.
Okay, that's good. I'm going home anyway.
So I'll have to say good day to you.
Yep,
sir.
good day. It was a good match. You won. Or actually, you didn't.
I don't think either.
Neither of us
Anyone
won, really. I didn't get a phone. You didn't get a sale.
No.
But you kept me from living my life. You got your 10% out of me, I think, if you were some sort of life vampire. And anyway, I'm going to enjoy
Until
not talking
next
to people
time.
for more than 10-minute increments. Radio Shack Theater. Radio sounds from the Old West. Anyway, no such thing as grownups.com. If somehow you managed to hear this show before or on January the 1st of 2,115,000.
That's too many.
That's too many? 201...
Fiverr.
Is that a V in Roman numerals?
That's right.
Can I also ask people to stop using Roman numerals forever and ever? I feel like they are kind of the worst way to show numbers possible. And doing that, especially when there's like a long number. Somebody said the Super Bowl numbers the other day, and maybe they were joking, but if they were or if they weren't, there were still too many for me to do the math that makes up Roman numerals, because you can't just read it out. You got to do the math. Sometimes it means subtract from this. Sometimes it means add to it. Sometimes it's the number. That is a very inefficient way to number things. I don't know if WrestleMania still does it. I don't know if WrestleMania is
Too
still
many
a thing.
WrestleManias.
Regardless, the reason I started saying this, if you like and or share, if you've already liked our Facebook page, facebook.com/no such thing as grownups, then we'll send you a pile of amazing stuff.
Well, you'll be entered in a contest.
You'll be entered in a contest. Sorry. You will have a chance to get a pile of stuff in the mail.
Somehow this contest got turned into like we're sending everybody
Yeah, that is not
everything.
what's happening.
That's not.
No, only in the podcast, though. This is only the second time we've mentioned it to the listeners, but the people on Facebook who we're asking to come and like it on Facebook, they're getting the real deal, which is you're not getting this stuff. If you like it, you'll get a chance to win, and a lot of people are commenting, and they're really excited about this chance. I've also learned that there's a lot of people out there that they have a Facebook account entirely devoted to entering contests, and that's a whole other psychoanalysis that I'll have to write down to talk about in a future day, because I have a lot of questions for you, and you'll have to make up some answers for me.
Maybe we can interview those people.
That would be pretty amazing.
In the new year, we are going to be having guests.
Yes.
We're going to have a lot of guests, and...
Speaking of which, don't forget to listen to Quadcast. They have Radio American voices, and we're going to play a little game of Canada, not versus, I don't even want to, that's the Canadian. In Canada, we say, hey, let's have a little game, eh? A little match of what's the same as Canada and America, eh? And then,
Nothing.
and in America, they say, Canada versus the USA. USA, let's beat them.
They would probably say USA versus Canada.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because they would say it at the beginning.
Yeah, but we go alphabetically, eh? By most standards.
right.
Beavers first, eh? Because it's a B.
But then they would say, oh, America, eh.
Yeah, A-O-O-A, it's America, eh? Everyone there is
And you
Tony
say
Massaro.
Tony Danza is
Tony.
your response.
Yeah, all of my answers in American Jeopardy is the Statue of Liberty and Tony Danza. Also works in many ways, because usually it's like Tony Danza played this character on this TV show. He always played Tony. Like,
Angela was the boss.
Angela was definitively... Mona was the boss. No such thing as grownups.com.
Musical intros and outros by Brad Sucks.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know.